Hey everyone, welcome to the No Huddle. Tolly Carr here. Do you love FAMU? Do you like golf? You'll love this.
When I first heard it, I was honestly kind of starstruck.
While other sports are finding their way through the pandemic, the sport of golf revealed the first official National Black Collegiate Golf Ranking. And it revealed quite a quintet. The ranking of the top 5 black golfers in the country in all NCAA divisions, not just HBCUs, yielded 4 of the top 5 players on the same team, the Florida A&M Rattlers.
I wasn't sure that the rankings were going to go the way that they did, but I guess all that hard work and practice and like late nights at the course just paid off eventually.
Honestly, I was blessed. I just felt blessed to be considered top 5 in the nation as a minority. It came unexpectedly. So, I mean, being able to wake up and say that I was top 5 in the nation, that was just a wonderful feeling.
The 4 ranked golfers are Moby Dillard, who checks in at number 1 spot. Oh yeah, now he's the answer to a trivia question. Mahindra Lutchman at number 3. Ethan Mangum at number 4, and Cameron Riley checks in at number 5.
It's historic what's going on with the rankings first year. Obviously, we were a little surprised, to have four players in the top 5. But it just tells you, what kind of program we have here.
And being able to play golf and have my academics on the side and get the major that I'm going in for is, it's an honor to be able to play and do what you love, but also have the academic side. It's a great school.
It's been a great experience. I played up north at Drexel University my freshman year, and that was a great experience as well. But being able to come back down to the south and have that great weather and have all the opportunity to play every day has really helped my game take off. And so I really respect the competition in HBCU. It's a lot of very hardworking men and women. And so it's been a great experience. It's helped me really culminate how I want to lead and how I want to progress and work in golf.
I'm really proud of the things that the guys on this team have accomplished so far. And basically it's really motivating for me to come into a program that's established itself, especially in the minority golf world.
I just wanted to add fuel to the fire, just make the team even more stacked and just help us all along in the future.
Coming off a fall where they went undefeated in 2019, the Rattlers were left high and dry by the pandemic, as they could literally taste the PGA Works National Championship. But as the rest of the world and sport shut down, so did the dream.
Disappointed last year. As a senior, that was my last semester. So, not knowing if I was going to be able to get a year back or having to play or whatnot, I was a little sad. But then getting the news that we were able to come back and play and then have one more semester left, I was excited. So looking forward, we have a great team. We have a great bunch of guys that can definitely play. It's funny, I get asked all the time who's number 1 on the team and all this questions and stuff. I'm just we're all good enough to play one. That's why we're out here fighting for spots and whatnot. But I'm very excited. Definitely a lot to look forward to.
It was tough. It was bad because as soon as we found out the day before we were supposed to go to another tournament. So, as you know, we won 4 tournaments in a row. So we were firing on all cylinders. All the guys were playing good. Then COVID came, and it was disheartening. It sucked, but I think it builds character. Being able to adapt to situations like that. The fact that we got an extra year back so that we can win even more tournaments this time around is also a very good thing. So, there's been a lot of bad, but a lot of good coming with it. So, all those same opportunities we had last year, we'll have this year again. So, I think, we'll be all right.
Yeah, last year we had a great season. We won every tournament in the fall. I think we were the first HBCU to ever do that for an entire season. And so we had a lot of momentum going into the spring. We had the number 1 ranking in the country for HBCUs. Everybody on the team knew that we had a mission, and it was to win a national championship. So for COVID to happen and then to alleviate our national championship, it was pretty tough for all of us. But we took that to heart. We all kept working hard, and Now you see we have 4 of the top 5 players in the country.
I'm really looking forward to the spring and playing because it's just going to be really competitive, not just within our team, but also the schedule that we're going to play. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked with the things that we can do on the course this spring.
I'm really looking forward to playing it, just for the fact that spring was canceled and fall was canceled, so we went 2 semesters straight without playing, and now we have the opportunity in spring to go, so I'm really looking forward to it.
We were excited to see them develop and see what they were going to do as a senior class. And obviously, the 4 victories in a row was amazing. I mean, that's again, nothing we've never done that I know of at FAMU. And then obviously the pandemic hit. We were excited, see where we end up in the MEAC. We were excited about, the PJ Works that was coming up. And obviously those didn't happen. And in some ways we feel a little cheated out of that experience and that opportunity that was going to be there. But I mean, it was an amazing year. And obviously, we're looking forward to this year. We're looking forward to continuing that success that we had last year and again, hoping that everything continues as it looks like, the season will be coming soon.
The Rattlers are coached by Mike J.D. Rice, a FAMU Sports Hall of Famer, who won medalist honors at the PGA Works National Championship in 2000, leading the Rattlers to their only PGA National Minority Championship.
He's been like a second father to me. It's very daring.
Coach Rice is a very cool guy. I've never had a coach quite like him, per se. He really lets the individual player do their own thing when it comes to training, but at the same time, he wants us all to be together as brothers, and I really appreciate that. And that's been a star for me at FAMU, is having a group of brothers that I can really go to for anything. And so it's been an awesome experience playing for FAMU.
At my other school, I wasn't given a chance to play golf. And I reached out to Coach Rice, and I really wanted to start pursuing golf again. So when I reached out to him, he said he would try to get me as quick as possible, and then he made it happen in that semester.
A program that's been around for 70 plus years. The great thing that's going on right now, especially with the success that we're having, is people see us on campus. They see these guys as leaders on the campus. And I just kept saying, this team is really good. They're getting better, and really couldn't wait. We had a class that came in about 5 years ago now, which would have been the 4 years. We were excited to see them develop and see what they were going to do as a senior class.
I'm glad that FAMU has a special place in their heart for the golf team, especially considering how well that we've done. And since I got here, I feel like the noticeability of the golf team has gone up a very good percentage, and I want to make it known that that not just Florida A&M's golf team is something to look out for, but just African Americans in the game of golf overall is something to look out for, and something that is going to be popping up on a lot of social media and popping up in a lot of people's minds very soon.
With the support of NBA superstar Steph Curry, Howard University now has a golf program. It's a valuable asset, as so many HBCUs have lost their golf programs. It seems to be put on the chopping block every time athletic departments look for programs to cut to save money. With the dedication that the PGA Tour is now putting into attracting minorities, it is vital to maintain the footprint of golf at HBCUs.
We're seeing a lot of the HBCU programs disappearing. The golf programs are disappearing, and we just can't have it anymore. To a point now where we have organizations out there that are trying to assist with, to kind of put an end to all that going on.
I started in 3rd grade through the first tee of Augusta program, and I started going there for mainly the life skills they teach, just to become a better person, just make better choices on a regular basis. But once I learned the core values and whatnot, I ended up actually liking the game of golf. So from there, I just picked up the game of golf and kept playing.
I started when I was 10 in the United States Virgin Islands. I was, one Saturday, I guess I was in the off season from the other sports I played, and I was sitting in the house. My mom didn't want me sitting in the house on Saturdays because, kids shouldn't rest on weekends, I guess. But so she was like, just go with your dad to the range and just hit balls. So I got a club, I started hitting balls and just instantly fell in love with the game. and I made contact with it like my first swing, and that's rare. You know, you play golf, you know, it's hard to make contact with the ball the first time. So when I did that, I knew I wanted to do it for a long time.
So my dad actually started me off in golf. When I was about 2 years old, he would take me to the driving range with him, and I would just look at what my dad was doing and try to repeat. And after a while, it just kind of got the motions of the game and swinging the club. And then my dad got me into tournaments when I was about 5 or 6 years old. And ever since then, he's been by my side. He's always making sure to let me know how special I am, and making sure to always be positive with me no matter what my results have been. And I owe a lot to my dad. He started me out really good.
Mulvey's a heck of a player, and he is definitely the number one minority player in the country. He's a special individual, but more so when you get to know this young guy, he's more than that. He's just a special guy that, you know, as I told somebody the other day, we're fortunate to get him here, and we're fortunate to have him because his leadership, for one, is amazing. You know, this guy's been our captain for 2 years, and it wasn't one that I named him captain. He named himself captain, which is unusual for somebody, especially as a sophomore. So again, you know, talent-wise, we think he's going to go far, but he's more than just the player.
This year, I don't. The ranking is definitely something good that has come from all of this, but for my starting off in February when we have our first tournaments, all the rankings won't matter. Everyone will be starting off from square one. So my way of thinking about it is that I have to envision myself as starting behind everyone so that I can make sure that as I'm practicing, as I'm playing in tournaments, my mindset for everything, I want to have that killer mentality. I want to never feel like I have any room to give up anywhere at all. And so my mindset going into the season will be no different than it has been before, just trying to play as well as possible and try to beat everyone as bad as possible.
Mahindra's that guy that we kept, you know, when we brought him in 5 years ago, we thought Mahindra could be special. You know, his game, he's just so solid, and he's the funny guy on the team, I guess I would say, not on purpose, but his game is solid. He's just a solid player. He's come a long ways. He works hard.
Now there's a target on your back now, obviously, with the other HBCUs. Like, who is this guy? Who are these guys in the top 5? You know, how will that affect you at all coming into playing this year?
No, I don't think it affects me at all. I mean, I'll still go out there and play my game. I mean, at the end of the day, I still score well for myself, so I don't think it affects me.
Ethan is the guy that is talented. I still don't think he's made it yet. I think he still has room to continue to get better. But he's very focused. He's a young man that when he gets on the golf course, he's focused. When he practices with purpose every day. But game-wise, I still think, you know, he's got room. He could be something special.
Now with these rankings coming out, everybody, all of the HBCUs are going to be shooting for FAM. Does that change your mentality, your approach at all?
I would like to say no. I've always been extremely hardworking, and I've always helped my guys kind of have that same mentality, like, hey, we're going to work hard every time we step on the golf course. And so for me, per se, no. Like, I still go out, I get my workouts in, I get our team workouts in, I train accordingly. So for me, I'm looking further than just a ranking. The ranking don't really mean too much because I know there's a larger mission. For us, it's national championships. For me, it's individual titles. And so I would like to say thank you, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
You know, Cam is Cam. I remember when I was recruiting him, and the organization, the organization he was with, the guy said, man, wait until you meet this guy. He's something special. You're really gonna love his personality. And Cam's that guy. Cam is he's a gritty player. He's a mutter. It doesn't matter where it is. You know, we've said it time and time again. You know, Cam will get that thing up and down from the cart path. I mean, that's just he never quits. He's from T-box to 18. He's gonna grind every shot out. He's gonna work for everything he gets, and he's the same way. You know, he's a 3.6, 3.7 engineering GPA kid. That's who he is, and he's another one of the special kids that we have. And again, we're fortunate to have him.
Now these rankings come out. Now you come to the tournaments. What's that gonna look like?
What's it gonna look like? It's not gonna look like any different than what it was. Rankings or not, I'm gonna leave my heart and soul out on the course for my guys, for FAMU, and for myself and my family. So that doesn't change anything. I mean, it's nice to be recognized and acknowledged, but at the end of the day, you know, we all come there. And my goal is to win as a team, individually. Just make sure that people know who FAMU is.
You know, everything that we're hearing is it's a go. You know, as we know. There are tournaments now that are going on that obviously we're not right now. When it comes springtime, with everything we're hearing, it's a go. I know as far as our schedule, we've put our schedule out there. So tournaments are a go. You know, people are putting them on as well as we are right now. Again, we're just praying that everything continues in the direction it is right now. And obviously, you know, when crazy happens, we can't predict what's going to happen, you know, in the future. But right now, we got our heads down. We're practicing. We're getting ready for the springtime. And like I said before, we're super excited to see what these young guys can do, and obviously build off what we had done last year.
Welcome back. Thanks to Vaughn Wilson. Excellent reporting on FAMU golf. We leave you now with Chris Paul at Winston-Salem State University. Souls to the polls.
Chris Paul was a long way from the NBA bubble. The 10-time NBA All-Star pulled up on the campus of Winston-Salem State University to lead a march to the polls.
This might be one of the funnest days of my life. Man. I hardly get a chance to come home now. And to be back here in Winston with all this is real, and the purpose of it, you know what I mean?
The voting initiative brought Paul to his hometown, where he was greeted by a yard full of mass love from students and supporters. It's no secret that Paul supports HBCUs overall, but WSSU holds a special place in his heart.
For my family, everybody, I stopped for a second as we was walking because I seen my grandma and my granddad. They was pulled over on the side, just chilling, watching, taking it all in. And for me, I know it's a lot of people. Where y'all from? Where everybody from? Yeah, I'm right here, 252, Durham, Raleigh, Greensboro, all that. Well, for me, I'm born and raised right here in Winston, right? Born and raised here. And life it took me a lot of different places, but just to always be home.
Paul played college ball at Wake Forest University, but he plans on getting his degree at Winston-Salem State University.
How many of y'all know I enrolled at State? Yeah. If I ain't never had more motivation to make sure I get my degree, I got it now. And I don't know who freshmen, sophomores, or whatever, but I plan on walking, right? So if your last name is close to Paul or something, we're going to be lined up one of these days, walking across the stage. But all y'all being out here, why we out here first and foremost? To vote. And it was crazy. Look, check this. It was crazy talking to a young lady as I was walking up here, and I was asking her how it felt for her to vote, and she was like, "Oh, it's cool. It's just one vote." But it's not. And y'all see like the power of having everybody together. And I'm glad that y'all about to walk with me or whatnot. But I just appreciate y'all being out here. Hope you guys really understand how powerful y'all are, like as the youth, right? Like all these group chats and all this stuff like that, y'all really make a difference. Y'all impact people. And whether y'all think it's cool for me to be out here, hell, I think it's cool for y'all to be out here. So just know y'all making a difference in my life, and I appreciate y'all. So
Paul led the marchers down the hill, past the CE Gaines Center, through MLK, and over to the Anderson Center. Winston-Salem State's band, the Red Sea of Sound, put on a show for Paul and the rest of the voters. By the time the homie B-Dot pulled up, CP3 was already hyped from the Red Sea of Sound. It was a full circle moment for Paul, who remembered going to Bowman Gray Stadium as a kid, playing football, and listening to the band.
So for me to be able to come here and to see all you guys for the initiative, right? To get everybody out to vote, which is a part of it. But the other important thing is just this importance of community. right? So for me to be a young kid and used to go over here to the football stadium, right, and be running around with all my homies that played Pop Warner football with me and want to see the band, right? Like we be playing football on the side, then when it was halftime, we want to see the band, right? So for me, I'm 35 years old, and I was like a little kid over there excited to see the band, to be a part of it. So I thank y'all so much. Y'all don't forget that if you're not registered yet, you can still register to vote. And what's dope about it right now is that you can register and vote on the same day, all right? All right? And I promise I'll never forget it, just talking to some of the students as we was walking. And sometimes you don't understand it while you're going through it, right? You're just in it. You know, I was asking them if you voted. They was like, yeah, I voted, it's whatever. But I just tell y'all, when I was 18, when I was a college student right here in Winston at Wake Forest, when nobody talking to me about voting. You know what I mean? They wasn't encouraging us to go out and vote. They wasn't teaching us. So just understand the power that you guys have. You know what I mean? This sense of community. Don't let this stop it, right? Whether I'm here or I'm not here, you guys understand how powerful you are, and I appreciate y'all. So go Rams, appreciate it.
Many of the students, like Ariana Towns, had already voted.
As far as like campus, they've been really involved in making sure like people really understand how to register and getting people involved in voting, and like this march to the polls, just trying to get people active in voting. So it's very cool. I am very involved in politics because my major is kind of political science, so I'm very involved in the government. And I feel as though this election is very important, especially for the youth and like my age coming into adulthood, because this directly affects us.
But they came to show CP3 love anyway, and the 10-time NBA All-Star and future Hall of Famer certainly felt it.